name is Marlene Schmidt, and today I'm here to talk to you about saving money. Okay? What if I told you that you can earn or put a nest egg away of $2 million by the age of year 65? So today we're going to talk about that. According to David Chilton, he's the author of The Wealthy Barber. If you start putting away $30 a month, that's just $1 a day, at the age of 18 until you're 65, with an annual return of about 15%, you would have saved about $2 million by the time you're 65 years old. Okay. Painful consequences are that most people don't see the bigger savings when we talk about just $1 a day, but it does add up. Early understanding of good money habits increase your chance of preparing for your future financial needs. I want everyone here to start preparing for your future financial needs by starting to pay yourself first. I will cover 3 points today. First, my own personal financial journey. Second, the importance of starting your own financial journey. And third, investing wisely, making your money work for you. Let me start by telling you about my financial journey. I was born in a large household with a one paycheck family. My mother had to make ends meet, paycheck to paycheck, like most families do. And as we grew, our expenses grew as well with us. So as soon as I turned 16, I got my first job at Wendy's, and I thought, wow, financial freedom, I can buy whatever I want. And I started buying whatever I wanted. Things I started spending money on. Now that I'm older, I start thinking, did I really need to spend that? Is it still sitting in my closet? Where's my money now that I've left it there? So, with financial freedom comes also how many people get credit cards. Okay? With credit cards, most people don't realize what the percentage rates are in credit cards and how much you're spending on interest and where all that money goes. You might make a small purchase, but look at the interest rate. That's how they make their money on the credit cards. So I started living paycheck to paycheck. Does anybody see the cycle there? So it wasn't until I met my husband that we started talking, and we started making bill planners. And one of the first things he taught me with the bill planner was you pay yourself first. You make yourself your own bill to start putting yourself money away. That causes you to put the money away if you pay yourself. Try to start off with maybe the $1 a day, 10% of your net earnings. But as your money grows throughout your careers, you want to continue to put the 10% away based on your salary or your earnings. Just don't say, okay, I'm doing that, and that's the amount I'm putting away. As you increase that, your money will return higher to you. With that type of understanding throughout my lifetime, especially with my husband, I now own 4 restaurants. So it tells you from where I've gone to where I've been now. Now, let's talk about investing. You can never start too early. Most of you think when you're 18, 19 years old that retirement in 50 years or plus is never going to come. Why bother with it? It's past the next Friday night that you're thinking about. But let me tell you from my experience, 50 and your retirement is going to come quicker than you think. And you're only going to get a short time to either start planning for it now or very little time when you get to that age. So I encourage you now to start paying yourself now. The Richest Man in Babylon. It was a book written by George Clason. He tells a story of a king that calls to the richest man, Arcot. Is there any secret to acquiring wealth? Can it be taught? Arcot replies, it is practical, your majesty, that which one knows can be taught to others. It's one of the books that my husband talks about and I read. It's a simple little book. It takes you maybe a half hour or so to read, but it has a lot of value to this book to teach you how to save money for your future. I know we all have unforeseeable futures and unexpected bills. I have as well. You may see yourself, but you need to see yourself as a bill. You need to try to put money away. Try to set up a checking or a savings account if you don't already have one. But make it difficult for yourself to not be able to withdraw that money unless you absolutely need it. To do so, make sure the bank doesn't give you a credit card or a debit card. You can only go in and withdraw that money if you absolutely need it. And if you have a spouse, maybe set up 2 signatures on the account so this way nobody can take money out until you really need it. So your money will start earning. It's not going to earn much inside that, but it'll earn enough to move it over to maybe a money market or what have you. Setting yourself into an automatic draft is a very painless way to save money. So it automatically comes out of your check. You don't even miss it. There's other ways of doing it. There's Christmas accounts. You don't have to wait till Christmas to set it up. You can set it up in the beginning of the year, only use a percentage for Christmas, keep the rest inside the account, roll it over into something else. You won't even miss it. Now let's talk about how we can make your money work for you. Jim Rohn is a financial speaker, very inspirational. He writes, "There was a man who found gold on his land, so much that he asked his neighbor to come and dig his own and keep what he found. The neighbor replied, 'I would, but do you know what the cost of a shovel is these days?' Do you want to be that person that can't afford the shovel to go make you riches? You have to spend money sometimes to make money, but you also have to start saving money as well to start." Here's a compounding chart. Compounding is very important in your saving money. You can see that if you put in 6%, whoop, thank you, 6%, sorry about that, thank you, 6%, if you end up saving about $10,000 or what have you, without doing anything with that money, you see how over time, over 40 years, you almost have $120,000 right there without doing anything. And trust me, folks, this time will come. You just can't think of the immediate future for like the next Friday. You have to start planning for your future. So, with that being said, and there's other investments. There's different investments that are called high risk and low risk. I'm sure we've all heard of that. There's a 401k. The 401k is usually available for your employer, and a lot of employers will match that, which increases the amount that you put in. Those are basically like low risk funds. Okay, a low risk fund is a blue chip fund. You're entering into the stock market, but they're low risk, meaning that you're going to get low return on your money. They're more stable companies that are out there and already established themselves. You could take a risk and put some money in your high risk funds. Those are usually new companies that haven't proven their value yet, but if they succeed, you usually have a much higher return on your money. Could you think back maybe about 20 years ago if somebody came to you and said, "Do you want to invest money into a new animation studio called Pixar?" I mean, you're putting money into a company that draws cartoons. But could you imagine your return now if you kept your stock in that? So, you're the one that has to make the decision in your money, but you can do it at any time in your life. Now, after hearing all your money talk, I want you to start planning for your financial future. You've heard 3 things from me, my stories on how I've gone from there to owning restaurants, to investing early, the importance of that, and making your money work for you. I know money is not the most important aspect in everyone's lives. It is not mine. My family, health, and spirituality comes first. But we will all face retirement one day, and preparing now can make your golden years a little less stressful. Thank you. Oh, I was thinking about seconds. I don't need them, so somebody can have them.